Today, leaders can learn how to fight implicit bias and racism. We have Doug Rains. He is a board member with Vision Leadership. Thank you so much for joining us, Doug.
Thank you, Kim, for having me.
Well, first, can you explain to us what is implicit bias?
Well, I could tell you that what happens is that there are people in society today that don't understand that everybody should be treated equal, should have a voice equally. And I think that's the biggest thing that we're trying to educate people on is that we are all created equal and we all should have a seat at the table and we should all be heard.
And would you say that implicit bias is something that kind of interferes with acting that out among people who are different than you?
Yes, exactly. And I think that stems from what we've been taught, what we've been told over the years, and how society has basically pointed us in that direction. I think what we need to do is we need to educate people. We need to ask questions. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to start a conversation. And we've used that hashtag for the last several months. We started last summer in the St. Charles County area. And what we want to do is we want to start a conversation. We don't want to start an argument. And we want to let people ask those questions so that we can all come and be one.
The video we're looking at right now was a video of a march protesting the police killing of Breonna Taylor that was in St. Charles. How has Vision Leadership addressed shootings like these?
Well, we haven't actually addressed the shootings themselves, but what we have done is we've talked about racism in our community and how we can address dealing with that, how we as leaders can approach it and deal with it in the workforce, in the home, in the schools. Last summer, we had over 100 people, leaders from our community, get involved. And those were school districts and mayors and public officials and just leaders from our community. And what we want to do is we want to address that racism. We want to address those issues that are going on to prevent things like that from happening.
Well, it's not just about the protesting, right? It's also about mentorship. In summer 2020,
Absolutely.
NASA added diversity to its list of values. What can business and organization leaders learn today about mentoring people in marginalized groups?
I think the biggest thing is to educate that everybody has something to offer, and it doesn't matter the color of their skin. It absolutely has to do with the person themselves and how they want to impact their lives. They want to impact other lives. And I think what NASA is doing is they're recognizing, and we've seen movies on this, they're recognizing that there are a lot of great people out there, and we can't just be blind to who we've hired in the past or what we've done as the norm in the past. Like I said, if we educate ourselves, if we educate our community, I think we're going to find that we are, as a community, will grow and it will be a much bigger impact than we've ever thought before.
Well, today's class is full. How can they join future conversations? How can people join future conversations?
I would suggest that they go to the Vision Leadership page and look at that. That's a Facebook page, or you can look them up online. But what we do is we bring together community leaders, and anybody that wants to get involved, anybody that wants to have a voice or has a way to help educate people, we want to hear that. We want people also to come in and ask questions, or maybe just to listen to help educate themselves. So the idea is just come as you are, and hopefully you'll grow and be a bigger and better person after you leave.
Well, hopefully so. We will have more information for future Vision classes on fox2now.com. Doug Rains, Vision Leadership, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Kim.